Hello and welcome to another very, very special Pro Detailer Magazine podcast. We are still in Italy, which is brilliant and lovely.
The sun's come out today. Found there are mountains outside my window.
There are mountains, snow-capped mountains, the Alps, we believe.
Maybe.
Switzerland, perhaps. It's awesome. And we are in one of my most favourite parts of Italy for a start, but we're also my most favourite part of Italy, which is the MAFRA / Labo Cosmetica, how do we call it? Factory, empire, compound training centre.
Gorgeous outside. You've got this lovely fountain as you come in and everything's nice and calm and relaxed.
It is, isn't
After coming off the motorway where everything's really angry and...
We nearly died several times.
Yeah, I was driving.
Well, it wasn't just because of that. It's just terrifying.
Yes.
Anyway, we have a very special guest, as you would imagine. We haven't just come here randomly sat in the Labo Cosmetica training centre and talked to ourselves. We have none other than Marco. Do introduce yourself, sir.
Ciao, ragazzi.
So, who are you and what are you?
No, I'm Marco Matteoli, CEO of MAFRA and founder of Labo Cosmetica. You asked me where you are. We are in the Gardaland, or we possibly say Disneyland of the detailers.
It is,
Yes.
isn't it?
Because it's a surprise every time when you see some product, something new technology.
There is, and development is something we're going to talk about a lot because, first of all, MAFRA as a company was founded. What year was it MAFRA founded? 1965, which is a great year. Beatles were hot, Beach Boys were hot. Yeah. Ian started causing trouble already. He just got excited. He's going round. Never mind. And so that was started by your father?
Yes, my father. In 1965 with my mother. We started with the first first production shampoo. Was made in bathroom.
And this is a phrase used now, but yes, bathtub development. Yes, and you have this. We were talking to
classic stories. Yes.
Yeah, Ammo NYC. He described himself as Larry Casilla, as
bathtub chemist.
Yeah, bathtub brewer. It's interesting how these things start small.
Yes.
And in your mind's eye, I wonder if when your father was brewing in a bathtub, whether he ever thought he would be, leaving his son this massive, great big empire, and what you have done with it.
That's happened because I make a shower in this bath.
You were there. You saw it.
So all chemistry is feeling inside. So yes. In my blood is sometimes so fun. It's not blood.
Well,
that sounds dangerous.
It does, doesn't it? Well, Mark, I have to admit, you do smell lovely. So it's obviously worked there and picked up all the chemistry. And so the MAFRA, it's a retail product, but you're also in car washes. You're in commercial car washing departments as well.
We develop in 4 different lines. We have in car wash. We started with the car wash in boat line. Mm-hmm. We have also Oreca hotel restaurant. Yeah, and aviation, pet line. We have detailing line, valeting line. So
every base is covered.
Anybody who read the issue, was it 11?
11, I think.
I think it was 11. We first came over here. We'll see the scale of the factory here and the various departments and the storage and everything like that. It's a global operation.
Yes, it's 40,000 square meter.
It's huge.
Which is a lot of square feet.
Now, the first one we mentioned there was automatic car washes, which... from a detailing point of view, they're anathema. They've been the cause of a lot of the scratches. But how have you seen the chemistry affect the quality of them?
You can possibly imagine like a gym for our chemistry, because in automatic car wash we have to follow the step like in detailing. So we have to be compatible each segment or each step from automatic car wash, like in detailing. This is only one point in common together. Mm-hmm. Other is different different. But the research in this sector, they give us the comfortable to create something innovative. So we know a lot of problem about the water problem. How is important the water that you use in the detailing to wash the car? How is important the process? How is important also the safe how to use the product? So this give us the philosophy to create in a labo to call I forgive you technology, to give it to them, to the people that use our product to be comfortable in all say in all situation, because you know that we sell in all around the world. So in tropical climate, Mediterranean climate, Nordic climate. So we have to be perfect in all parts around the world. So
and one thing is, some companies will adapt different products for different parts of the world, but I believe that you try and find one product that will work in all of the climates, rather than having to have different things going in different places.
This is the balance.
The balance.
This is what means to have 55 years know-how in chemistry.
So is the challenge when you're making products for automatic washes to try and take new approaches, like adding lots of lubrication so that you don't scratch as easily, or is it more about dissolving things first? Or
the only thinking is the capacity to observe what's happened during the process, to see how work the brush, how work the tailors. Different approach, but they have some problem together. So if you have this capacity to see the movement, how to use the product, the detailer, you're possible to anticipate the mistake and to create one product that help to don't create this mistake. This is our strong point, to see, to work together with the detailer, to see what's happened, what is the word problem, because a lot of company, when something problem happen, it's not my fault. It's your fault.
It's a product,
you're using in the wrong way. We anticipate this problem. We see together with the detailer how you work, the movement. Every single step we see, and we understand what they needed. We anticipate. And
one thing I've noticed about Labo, so just to put it into context, MAFRA has been around since 65, but Labo is your baby. Labo Cosmetica
yes,
it's kind of, I'm trying to think of comparisons here. We've got kind of Nissan and Toyota and Lexus, Infiniti, Nissan and Infiniti, Citroen and DS. It is the Rolls, I was going to say it's like Rolls-Royce and BMW, but we'd upset lots of English people.
Yes, it's like we're possible to call our Formula One department.
Yeah.
Is where it's possible to develop something that maybe in one day this technology go in a normal shop. You remember the paddle of chair gear?
Yeah, paddle sequential gifts. Yeah,
gear in the Formula One is 10 years ago. It was only in Formula One. Now all the car, even Kia, have. So we are lucky that to have one department research so sophisticated. So with a lot of people working there. So for us to create innovation is like to create a normal dish for the chef. So
it's every day. One thing I noticed is you're very much, and you said this for the first time we met, is that we do not create product. I'm paraphrasing, but you do not create products for the sake of creating products. You find a need, you find a solution. And a couple of years ago when we were last here, there were some products you didn't have that other manufacturers did have. I said, oh, what about this product? What about that product? And you're like, we've looked into it. We, at the moment, cannot develop something significantly better than what is on the market. So we're not going to just put a bottle in there just for the sake of having that product. You're like, I will only bring out a new product in a new sector or new kind of genre if it's performing significantly better, if I feel I can improve on what's being done. And that is quite different, because a lot of manufacturers, particularly kind of the more white labely ones, they say, right, I need a shampoo, I need a quick detailer, I need the range.
You're detailing starter kit.
Yeah, exactly. But with Marco, it's very much a kind of, I've got to make sure that what I bring out is a class leader the moment I bring it out. And you've got some interesting products as a consequence. I mean, I'm just thinking of the
Energo, Kronos. Those are the two that really stick in mind, because nobody else.
Exactly. This is what I said before. They follow the philosophy to help the detailer to save the time. Make different, be different, like say Steve Jobs, no? And we do the same philosophy to make. We don't copy one product to make it with a different label and different perfume. We want to make something different. So, for example, I saw that people, they spend a lot of time to brush inside of pipe to remove the carbonized dirty. So we created Kronos. We know that the people is was one terrible problem in detailing the water spot and the scale.
Especially with ceramics.
Especially with ceramics. So we make two products for that. One for the maintenance, and we invented the 3 pH program. And one is Energo to remove scale removal without the need to use a polishing machine on the also polishing machine even to remove the scale on the glass, because it was born this product in Manila, in Philippines, where is the problem of tropical weather, and in Manila, in the pollution cities, 60 million people, rain, and there is the rain 7 times, 8 times a day in a day. So wet, dry, and they create the problem on the glass.
And we think we've got it bad. I mean, we just have rain for 7 or 8 hours of the day, but it never stops.
I wouldn't mind having the dry bit in between for a change.
Yeah, and the sweaty temperatures.
So we resolve a lot. In that case, the detailing center spend around 3-4 hours to clean the glass of the car, and we invent this product for them. And now spreading and they put this product in a Labo Cosmetica line to help a lot of detail.
It does, and in England, well, in our part of England, the south of England, Scotland, the water is lovely and soft. But down where we are, the water is essentially chalk, and it is very hard. Here, you have quite soft water. I've been noticing, yes, for us hard water types, you make life easier. And I think actually going back to that 3 pH wash system you're talking about, again, it was a different way of doing things, because you get a lot of manufacturers say, right, we'll do a one shampoo, or we'll do a shampoo, a kind of wash and wax, or we'll do a decontamination one. Yeah. But the 3 pH, you were kind of cornering all the ideas. So you've got an acidic shampoo, which is helping with removing things like the lime and stuff like that. You had an alkaline one, which is more of a kind of a heavier, cleaner, decon, old waxes and stuff to come off. And then you had a kind of a neutral, more of a maintenance shampoo, if you like. But as a whole system, you cover every base and you're targeting each of the detritus rather than trying to create something that does all of it. And it's, again, an original way. And again, with you and your acid shampoo, other companies had done acid shampoo, but they didn't say it was acid shampoo and they didn't tell you why. You were the ones who came out and said, look, this is an acid shampoo and I'm going to show you why it is an acid shampoo. And that, I feel, is kind of bold. I mean, who would have thought that Italians would come in and make a lot of noise and really show the way?
Exactly. One of the philosophy of Labo Cosmetica is to create a culture.
Yeah.
When you create the culture, you're possible to introduce the innovation product. Otherwise, it was there is a lot of obstacle to introduce a new product. For example, the words like acid, it was a banner in detailing, and we showed the people through the culture why it's important to use the balanced acid to clean, to remove the little film scale that don't allow your coating to make his job.
Yeah,
and this is exactly the what do we do? Try to find the solution without any shame to sell to the people. Look, if you use the acid to remove the scale, you need the acid, and we need one special.
Have you set your own telephone off?
007. 007, my number phone, so yes.
Oh, that is brilliant. What's your headphones?
No, because when you say okay, it started. It says fast.
It starts. My phone does the same. I will ask a hypothetical question, and then smart-ass phone comes in and gives it an answer.
It's true. This is the Labo Cosmetica phone. When you ask your desire, you're possible to answer in very fast way.
What is the meaning of life?
No, back to the philosophy. So we was the first one to launch in the market the first Sur shampoo.
Yes.
Other company don't want to use these words. So we are transparent in the label. We teach the people how happened this problem. When I saw many detailer that after apply the coating, 6 months the coating doesn't work anymore, and so cry, and they don't know what to do.
Big cry babies.
Exactly. No, it was a complaint. There is a lot of complaint about that. So the solution was to cover with another sealant. Like
just stack it up and up.
The housekeeper, they put the dirt, the dust under the carpet. No?
Yep.
So we
hide the bodies in the cellar. It's the same principle.
Exactly. So we decide, listen, if you wash it with one different pH, impossible to resolve the problem. I don't believe. Are you sure? And we created a Purifica. And this was our bestseller product now.
Well, it unclogs.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Also, to use the alkaline product, it was another product that the word that was not allowed to use in the detailing sector. But thanks to explain this different what is different between pH and caustic, what is the different, what is the VDA certification that the MAFRA Labo Cosmetica have. There is only one company in the world that have in the detailing center that 2 certification, the WDA.
And that's reference to environmental health and...
No, this is safe on the paint.
Safe on the
paint. Safe on the paint. No, certification for 2001 is environment.
Gotcha.
We have also this one.
Because another one you've developed as well. We just visited a detailing centre about 15 minutes away from here that Labo Cosmetica have sort of championed.
It's 12 minutes if you're taking in a Porsche Panamera.
It's 15 minutes if you follow the wrong car on the way back. We got here in the end. But you were saying because of the size of the place, it can get very cold in there. It takes a lot of time to heat it. So your coating has been developed for application in cold weather. So it kind of similar to a couple of things that have been developed for the UK in general, but you recognise that this is a problem for North European countries and North America now as well, I guess.
Well, and South European ones, it would appear, because here it's pretty freezing.
Well, this is still Northy South Europe.
We're not North Europe. It's Southern Europe. It's Mediterranean. The people are good looking and the food is good. It's South Europe. It's not Northern Europe.
You can still see the mountain. We're not going to have the mountain.
No, okay.
We have two. Thanks for the question. There's two problems about the coating before Labo Cosmetica appear on the market. One is the problem that two main problems that we have with the life of the coating. One is wrong application, curing application time. And one, how to care about that, how to care post-care.
Maintain it.
Maintenance we resolve with the Purifica. But there is another problem that we have to resolve is how to resolve the problem that the curing time of the coating. So in the Mediterranean area, like you say today, people don't have the heating, don't use the heating during the winter time. And then to use also infrared lamp. So to curing the coating takes a lot of time. And when the temperature is belong to 18 degrees, sometimes the process don't start to curing. And so you have the problem that after 6 months, the coating done. So it's for that we invent the self-curing technology in our coating to resolve this problem. And this is the link to what I said before. So Labo think to resolve the problem. Don't say to the detailer, it's your problem because you don't have infrared. We create the solution. We want to create the solution to be there.
It's a problem solver. Yeah.
A problem solver. Thanks a lot. See.
I'm good. I'm useful for something. And we will talk about this centre. Actually, it's a good time to talk about the centre where we went today. It was
sure.
What was fascinating. I'm trying to remember what the name was. What was the name of the place we went to today?
Estetica dell'auto. Estetica of the car.
That's car aesthetics. Yes.
Car aesthetics.
Yes.
That's what it's called. And it was a lovely place. And it was really impressive. You said it was probably the most profitable detailing centre in northern Italy.
Yes. It's around
big turnover figures that we won't talk about because it's a very secret. But think telephone number and then add a couple. And it's the way that they had it all set up was I think he said he had 7 employees on site and 13 in vans.
Exactly.
And he had so the unit itself was quite big. It had, now this was a clever bit, it had ordered bays with numbers on, and I think it was 1 to 8 for basically wash, decon, correction, application of coating, application of PPF and window tint and that sort of thing. And it was just so well organised that cars come in, they go around
similar to like a production line.
Yes.
If you like. Exactly. So everybody's got their job, they repeat the job, and it's consistent.
It's true.
And again, exactly that. And that means that you can have a machine polishing specialist who's got his bay with his tools in, painted how suits him, which is different from the coating bay, which has got a different sort of lighting. It's got different equipment in there. And again, the wrapping bay had a, a sealed vacuum.
Yes, it had kind of a fabric door to it so that you wouldn't have dust inclusion there, because that's PPF, that's wrapping, and that's window tinting in there as well, which is always a huge problem I had back when I was doing window tinting, was keeping the dust levels down, having this sort of hermetically sealed environment. So a lot of thoughts obviously gone into that and the setup there.
Yeah, and what was nice is that the way that they've got it, they've kind of got a room in a building, but it's a car park. So it's a big room, and then you could probably fit about 15 cars in there. So the idea is it goes through, and then when it's come out of the coating bay, it either is finished and goes into the car park ready for customer collection, but kept undercover so it is dry and it doesn't get dirty, or it then goes to the super trip into doing the PPF and then back into cover. So it was just really well thought out. The team there, I mean, they were obviously all speaking Italian and stuff, so I just sort of stood there and nodded and smiled awkwardly, as I always do. But there was a real bonding with them, and they seemed to just get on, and the boss met their big smile, and he was very much in charge, and it was just nicely organized. And it's a different take. I really enjoy going to detailers across the world because they all have something to add to the system. And now if somebody said, I've £1 million to put into a unit, how do I make it efficient? I know what to say.
Yeah. This is our other goal, to teach to the detailer how to sell your work, because a lot of company, a lot of training course explain how to use the machine, how to use the product. A few company explain how to sell in appropriate way your job and make value about this.
Make the profit
about this. So this is our history case for that. So this guy was a small magazine, small area, and come in our training center. We make 6 sections of marketing and sales. We make also training how to sell the service with the professional teacher, and they make the course every year. Every year in one day we invite all the detailer and make exercise how to sell, to explain to the customer.
Kind of a commercial training business course.
Commercial training business course. This is important, and teach how to use the social web, social marketing the right way.
And it's interesting that, because obviously you've proof that you know what you're talking about in this business, and in fact in Labo Cosmetica, the channels and stuff. I mean, Anna is hiding somewhere behind me, and she's in charge of a lot of that, and that goes very well. But also with this detailer, he's grown from the seed and done amazingly well. Yes. And there are some detailing companies we come across who offer business courses, and some are better than others. But the proof is in the pudding, and just the way that it's operated here, I'm really impressed with it. And because we know Fabio and we know Reggie, who are your two trainers, and they are both former professional detailers, as an independent former professional detailers.
Yes, but this is not only, it's also our technician test. Mm-hmm. So when the laboratory make the product, the first guy that tests the product is the Fabio and Reggie. Mm-hmm. After that, we make other tests with in different country, Asia and North America, and different climate. And after 1 year, so we launch the product on the market. So for that, we know exactly the weak point, the strong point, every single detail.
So you do the beta testing before it goes public.
Also, Fabio and Reggie have different approach.
Mm-hmm. Very.
And it's important to have a different approach on the job.
If it can survive Reggie, it can survive NSB as well. Anyway, we are going to take a little break now, and we'll be back shortly, and we'll be doing lots more questions with the lovely Marco here.
If you haven't already purchased your copy, you can get issue 14 now at prodetailermagazine.com. And if you fancy any of the back issues as well, Pro Detailer Magazine is available as a mega pack that includes everything from issue 5 up until issue 14, all for one price, and we can ship around the world.
And we're back We are in Italy at the lovely Labo Cosmetica factory with the very lovely Marco, and we're into part two. He's gone red. He's gone red. Watch the video. So what I wanted to talk about were a couple of things. First of all, new products coming, some quite exciting stuff there. And I want to talk about the interior solution that you've got. I'm going to call it an interior solution because it's more than one product. And I also want to talk, if I may, about the water-based coating. We can say that. I'm trying to judge here whether I'll survive. Revealing
It's
all
all
these.
based on eyebrow movement.
It is. They say that human body language is like 90% of communication, and eyebrows for me are about 100% of that. So let's start with the interior. You have developed a very clever solution which allows people to see where the dirt is, like a murder scene, using luminol.
CSI.
Yeah, it is CSI Milan. And basically I presume it's atomized, so you squirt it in your car and it will glow or show up under UV or normal light.
Exactly. And that's help the detailer to focus in this spot, in this dirty, and make more effort to clean it. But this product is have three combinations: clean, they teach where identification, and clean that the dirty, that the alkaline product APC is not able to clean. So we follow the philosophy that we approached 4 years ago with 3 pH in a exterior car. For the exterior car, we use 2 pH for the interior car.
Okay.
So the same philosophy, we are able to reduce the 50 time less time to wash an interior car. And this product is compatible with textile, plastic, leather, whatever.
So any overspray that you might get in your interior, there'll be no damage as a consequence of that.
Esatto. Come si dice è brevettato, formula brevettata? And is a patented product.
It's patented. Oh, you're just checking whether the patent had come through. Yes.
True.
And that's why we can talk about it. And it's an interesting, actually, patenting products and technology.
This is the first acid product for the interior car, and we use the same acid that you use in cosmetic, like glycolic acid.
Yes,
you know, maybe your wife use it to remove some.
I'm yet to meet my wife, as far as I know, but yes, it gets rid of spots and stuff like that, and unclogs pores. Yeah. It's very interesting stuff, and I'm looking forward to that. I can see. In fact, I've got an article design in my head for what we're going to do there. All we need to do is murder someone.
Is it going to involve cleaning your Subaru?
Well, actually, things have died in that car. Yeah. So
My will to live.
No, it's a murder box.
And this was also created for someone then to have the stick. This is created for some detailers don't have the possibility to buy the steam machine, no?
Yes,
exactly. So like we invented the self-curing technology for the coating for who the detailer don't have infrared lamps, we create this product we call Glico. Glycolic.
Okay, that's clever.
For the people don't have the steam machine, so we possible to make the combination with the acid product with alkaline product APC with this product, and we have you have a fantastic result because you don't need the pre-treatment for the textile. You remove all the kind of spot that you have on your seat, so organic, inorganic dirt.
Yeah, so it's identifying a problem, coming up with a solution. I must excuse there's a little bit of noise in the background, but that is because we are in the training centre and we've just got onto DA polishing.
What are all these guys in the training centre doing? That they all becoming Labo Cosmetica approved because they're being taught.
Maybe there's some talent there. We have to discover if there is some talent. So no.
So there's no guarantee of approval.
Yes. Sometimes, usually only 5% of the student became
approved.
Approved.
That's proper testing. I like that. And the
So
rest are taken outside and shot, are they?
I'm assuming there's a trapdoor somewhere. That
we have to separate valeting to the detailing. So valeting go to the MAFRA product and detailing with the Labo Cosmetica.
And do you have like big, burly, scary men
Yes,
just at the end
absolutely,
of the day? I did see some
Like
of them.
Mozart.
Yeah, like a bouncer.
But that's really admirable though, because at the end of the day, you could almost take the view that the more people using our Labo Cosmetica products, the better for us.
The more money,
financially,
the more Porsches.
It's not for the money for us.
Yeah.
No, we don't do that.
It's great.
We don't do that for the money, my friend. Believe me, was only passion. We do that to test and prove to the world how is able to do MAFRA.
Yeah.
And this is for that I call my Formula One. I show to the people that they say that MAFRA is a gas station product, cheap product. I show you in 5 years that it's possible to conquest the top range of the...
to filter down and it'll be available to the masses. Yeah.
You know me, I'm a competitive man now.
Well, we're going to get onto that soon.
Yes.
We're definitely going to get onto that soon. Before we do so, though, the other new sort of development that you've got, it was quite funny. So we're driving back from seeing this unit that we were going, this detailing company, and Marco was saying, well, we've got a new water-based coating.
Yes, exactly. We be the first water base in the world, and you know that we are the first one that we created the PFAS-free coating. PFAS is is a hydrophobic product that usually is present in the coating and is not very healthy. So we are the first company that we eliminate this PFAS.
So kind of the fluorine style stuff.
Fluorine product. And we continue this philosophy. We create the first water-based coating that is possible to use like a quick detailer. So we have
well, I got in trouble, so I'm going to predict what people are thinking here. So I said, oh, you mean a spray sealant, because there are lots of those around there.
No.
And we were in a car going at speed, and suddenly Michael said, no, I will send you grabs his phone while driving. It's very illegal, but I'm sure you get permission because it's kind of a big deal. And it was terrifying because all over the road. It was like, no, look, this is a genuine ceramic coating. It is not a spray sealant. It just applies like a spray sealant. And so that's very important that everybody knows that, because otherwise I will be in trouble.
And if you were held up on a traffic jam on the
A50,
we apologise for that.
Yes, it was totally my fault, effectively. So this is the thing. It is using similar technology to your Blindo and the proper ceramic
APC, more similar to APC.
Yeah,
it is a top coat. It's more similar to top coat, but in water base.
And the benefit of water base is it's easier to use. It's more forgiving.
Absolutely.
There is less damage or less risk of it causing damage on other surfaces from sort of overspray. And from an environmental point of view, it mixes much better with vodka.
What does it mean?
For drinking, it
absolutely.
It kills you more slowly.
That was humour.
That was humour. Sorry, I will raise my left hand when I'm making a joke, just so you know when to laugh.
But also, in terms of detailer health, is much better as well. The amount of solvents you have
absolutely
to use
because you're possible to use also for the commercial way, because you have one coating first step of coating level coating cost. So you have the benefit also in commercial way for the detailer, because you have the entry level coating. You're possible to have we use like a maintenance coating. You're possible to use like coating yourself in your for your car. So it's so easy to apply that even the enthusiastic people that are possible to
do it at home
and approach in the coating world, because the word is the coating is what to be scary about for the people that don't know about how to use it.
Yeah, it's like a starter drug, isn't it? It's a thing you can do at home, and gateway drug, and also you can use it to top up. You're saying that every time it comes into a detailer for a maintenance, the detailer can top it up, so you get this kind of infinitesimal protection that's going on there. And I think we can't wait to test it, because it was interesting how there are sealants out there with SiO2 and stuff like that. But
you're lucky, because this podcast arrived in March, so now we are in
we are in November.
In November, I give you from the laboratory 100 milligram. and you
That would be very
tested
cool.
your car.
And it was quite funny. I was saying, look, we've got hand baggage getting through airport security.
100 ml.
And well, Marco was like, no, just put it in a clear bottle and just pretend it is perfume. When you're going through security, tell them.
Italian solution.
Yeah, exactly. And I can see them making me do it. I'm suddenly like spattering, ceramic coating on my face.
Yeah.
And it'll probably still be an improvement. So that is all very exciting development. And 2022 will see the release of these products, all being well.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be pretty exciting. Somebody's trying to get into a door, though. I think we need to fire that person. But what I want to do now, we do have 10 quick fire questions. But first, I want to talk to you about something that both you and I like a lot.
Alfa Romeo.
But you do because you're successful and have cool cars, and I can't because I'm just a Subaru enthusiast. You're a racing driver.
I'm a gentleman driver.
You're a gentleman. It's
different.
Juan Manuel Fangio. When we were here a couple of years ago, you had this gorgeous Alfa Romeo, and I think it was it 19...
Alfa Romeo GT is 1972.
72, good looking.
1750, 175.
Yes, so 1750, and it was you were doing at the time Monte Carlo, I think.
Yes,
and you were dipping in and out. So you came in the office in the morning, we'd see there, and then you sort of almost metaphorically put on your goggles and your hat, and then all around the place. And I'm not going to lie, I was very jealous. And you're doing all these cool things. And then I get back to England, and then a couple of months later, you're out in the desert in North Africa in a Fiat Panda 4x4, proper Panda, not the new Panda that's actually a punter. And you are going over the sand dunes at speed and navigating your way through North Africa.
Yes.
What a rock and roll lifestyle that is. Bloody cool. And
it's a dirty job, but someone have to do.
Well, if you ever need a co-pilot, my Italian is terrible. My navigation is even worse. But I don't know where it'd be useful. I'm quite good at survival. So you're doing this, and it's you're talking about passion and how you're driven by passion. You're driven by passion for Labo Cosmetica, but also for cars, for rallying, for seeing the world and getting out there. And I don't know really where I'm going with this, apart from just green.
What's your next race?
Yes.
What are you preparing for
we're
now?
Preparing exactly for Monte Carlo again. So in February,
same car?
Yes, same car.
Yes, you've taken photos of the Panda as well. You got
the same. We participate in the Monte Carlo in February, and Sarah Racing Cup in April in Tunisia.
Do you have the name and address details of your co-driver? Could you give them to me? I'm just going to arrange a little accident.
Okay, to think about that. But
did the rallying carry on through the last couple of years with COVID, or did that have to stop, or was it?
No, we fortunately in Italy we have we make some rules that. We supposed to make the rally, so we have strictly rules, but that allowed to create to make this manifestation. So it was
if you crash,
strange.
they won't rescue you.
No, it was nice because you run on the way desert, so like in Tunisia. So it's a completely desert.
It's good for practice. A lockdown. I have to admit, I was going out for driving. I was terrified.
I do the fantastic day because I do the fantastic race because there is no traffic in the city, so you are like in a movie. So you are alone. No?
It is good. That was a perk. I have to admit that was a perk. They said make no unnecessary journeys. Well, I wasn't going from anywhere to anywhere, so it's not a journey.
But the passion is belong for the history and the young timer car because it's the car without any electronic. So there is the carburetor, no?
Yeah, carburetor. Yeah, and a distributor.
I love the carburetor engine.
I think you still had electric ignition though, didn't you? You had electric ignition.
No. Pandas we are swapping a carburetor.
Still got a distributor cap.
Yes,
and your points and your condenser and all these things that young people just think I'm mad. Well, they did anyway. But I entirely agree with you. Our hire car is an Alfa Romeo Stelvio, lovely object, but it beeps at us and it makes Ian angry when it beeps at him. It makes me angry when it beeps at me, and it's impossible. And I mean, but it's got lovely brake calipers.
The brakes work
really well. We're having to find out the risks we have taken to drive around here. It's amazing. So anyway, what I want to do now is go for our quick fire questions. So we have 10 questions, and we call them quick fire because otherwise we talk for too long, but we will probably talk for them quite a bit. So first of all, what was your first car when you were younger?
Peugeot 205.
205. Was that a GTI or was it?
No, it's
Just a cooking.
No diesel. Who was diesel?
Oh, 1.5 diesel, no turbo.
Yes, without any accessories. Basic one.
Basic. Well, cheap to run. Cheap to run. And what is your current car? So, or what are your current cars?
Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, you got more than that. I've been in them.
Quadrifoglio.
Oh, enough of that. What about the blue one that you scared me in this morning?
No, this is a daily car. It's not my car.
It was a Porsche Panamera Gran Turismo e-hybrid thingamajiggles, which actually I didn't want to like, but I did quite like. And the Alfa Romeo. And do you have any other cars? I mean, what's your family cars? Oh, he doesn't. That's
it's not important.
What's behind the Senna?
It's not important. This is Alfa Romeo 2.
That's a nice one.
We have 8 cars, historic cars, and one young timer car, and Panamera for daily car.
A daily car. It's a nice setup. So, what is your dream car? So, when you've made, I was going to say when you've made £1 million. I'm going to say when you've made £1 billion.
I was a child. My dream was Aston Martin DB5.
Blow me sideways. How many people? So, okay, I'll give you background here. We go all over the world and talk to people, and rich and powerful people, and we ask them what the dream car is. And you're Italian. I was expecting Lamborghini or Ferrari or Maserati, something like that. We go to Germany, and I was expecting Porsche or something of that nature. They all want Aston Martins, and yet we're here from the country of Aston Martins, not financially, but in terms of where they're built, and we don't dream of Aston Martins.
I like a DB9. I do like a DB9.
Yeah, but of all the things, so you want a DB5, so that's a Goldfinger car.
Esatto. Or Aston Martin DB5 or what Vantage.
Okay. Yeah. Well, strange enough, I drove an Aston Martin DB4 for a month, which was an experience. Very manly car, but I can fit in it, which is good. So, moving on this quick fire round, which do you prefer, Porsche or Ferrari? No wrong answer.
Ferrari. It's logical, yes.
Any favourites?
Because
any favourites?
Favorite is I like it. Testarossa.
Big, wide and flat. Yeah, and that flat 12. It's not actually a flat 12. It's a flat V. It's not a boxer. And you can run it on 6 cylinders if one of the ECU fails.
Yes.
It runs badly, but...
It's one of those 120-degree angle ones.
It is. Yeah. Well, no, it's whatever. No, it's 180, effectively.
Yeah.
Because it's flat.
Flat plane crank.
Flat plane crank. Probably don't know. We'll check.
Okay.
So, another really important question, and there is a wrong answer here. Okay. It's quite a serious question. Yeah. So, consider your answer carefully.
I'm ready.
Okay. Mitsubishi.
Yes.
Or Subaru?
Subaru.
Good man. There we go. Phew, that was awkward.
Subaru.
Very glad of that. Awesome. So next.
My Datsun have the transmission of Subaru.
This is public. This is going out the world.
2040 Zeta.
That's nice. Okay,
we really should have a neither option in there.
No. So obviously you grew up in with a family who are running a car care business. So you obviously washed cars and detailed cars. What was the first car you detailed that you remember? That you kind of were proud of? And...
It was one Fiat 127. It's a very old car because it was the car of our employee, and they give me the tips for that.
So it was professional.
So it was 9 years old, and was the car of my employee.
That's nice. I do like a 127 actually. They're boxy.
They're Pininfarina, aren't they?
They are, because they later became Yugos. They borrowed this design.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like Yugo.
Like Yugo. Yeah. No,
when I was young, I was talking about
the step after the Fiat 500.
Yes, Fiat 500 is easy because it's small. Okay, so what's
also 9 years old, my friends.
So 1991.
77.
What would be your dream car to detail? So it doesn't have to be your dream car to own, but if somebody said, right, you have your lovely detailing studio there, it's just going to be you and a car, what car would that be?
Is the one car from collection Lo Presto. You know that Lo Presto collector is our brand ambassador, and one is Zagato Aprile. 175 Alfa Romeo Aprile, and this is Giorgio's car. You see that? I'll show you the picture.
Yes, I know vaguely what you mean on that, but yeah.
This is 6 million car.
Wouldn't you be scared detailing that? I'm just terrified. Oh, scratch! Oh, because it's original paint as well. So that
You know that now with the Corrado Lo Presto start to make a series movie.
Yeah.
In that is possible to see on Amazon Prime, and there is the content like The Persuaders. You remember the movie The Persuaders?
Yes, The Persuaders.
Roger Moore and Tony Curtis.
Aston, DBS,
and Ferrari.
Ferrari 250, 246 GT Dino. Yeah.
Exactly. Me and him is like The Persuaders. He's Roger Moore and me and Tony Curtis. We go to discover the famous collector in Italy. And it talk about the passion about the history car and how to care about it. This is one transmission, one series TV that teach the people how to love the car, history car.
And this is on YouTube.
Yes,
I'm going to watch.
Also Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Prime.
Yeah. And now in my head, I've just got that bright yellow Aston Martin DBS and really quite liking it, even though I knew it's just a 6-cylinder. Anyway, moving on. Rapid fire. Interesting question. Rupes or Flex?
Rupes is Italian.
Of course. DA or rotary?
Listen, DA, because when I tested the first time DA, I understand that detailing have the future, because the DA open the door to the enthusiastic entering the world of the detailing. Without DA, the world of detailing actually is not possible to be like that.
It's facilitating. Yeah. No, I think that's a very fair. That's a very, very good point, really. So we have covered a lot of the questions. One question I want to ask you is, you have
without this rotary, I think Labo Cosmetica is not possible to live, because when they see the potential of the rotary, that someone that myself, I tested, I able to remove the swirl easily, they understand this is the future, and we create Labo Cosmetica.
That's interesting. Out of the DA element,
because I saw that it's possible to enter in this world without to be professional. And before it was only to the body paint, or body shops, and rotary became democracy to the people to enter in the detailing world.
Well, I think that's a very, very good point. I like that. I think we have a final question for you. I don't think we're going to do bucket question. Do you think we should do bucket question?
As well.
Okay, Koki. When you're washing a car, how many buckets do you like to use?
We invented the Comodo, because my back, I was very tired to move it to back. So we created a trolley with 2 back inside.
Yep.
We call Comodo. It's comfortable.
Do you have a soundtrack for that?
This is invented because I test myself how to wash the car. So this is this philosophy of MAFRA, the Labo Cosmetica, to find the solution to be comfortable to live to the detailer.
It was, and I have to admit, I've seen this thing, because in the back you've got a wash bay, raised platform wash bay, which is very cool. Couldn't fit it in my bag again, but it's brilliant. And there you had these Commodores on there as things, and it is an efficient way of doing things. It's a kind of Griot's Garage style, but actually with the MAFRA style to it, bigger, and it kind of got more filters and clever stuff in it. So final question then. You have a Sunday afternoon to yourself. You don't have to go anywhere with a family. You don't have to do any work. It's just you and a car. Would you prefer to detail the car or go for a drive?
Drive.
Yes,
instant. Nobody wants to detail themselves.
Careful. So that is.
I had to get dirty the car.
Yeah, you have to get it dirty and to detail it. Yeah, boom. That's a good way of putting it. Well, look, Marco, it has been an absolute pleasure interviewing you. Thank you so much for hosting us here. I know Ian is going to disappear off into the labs, and we're doing an article on, which will be in issue 14, which by the time you hear this will have come out, so buy it if you haven't already.
We hope it will be, because we haven't actually decided.
No, that's
finished writing yet. So.
And that's all about clay lube. And you guys at Labo have bought out a clay lube, a fairly new one, so we thought it'd be a good opportunity to purify. Lubrifica. I can't do an Italian. Lubrifica. There you go. God, that's sexy as hell. Right. Okay. Well, look, I need some time to myself now, so I will bid goodbye to you, and it's goodbye from Marco.
Ciao.
And from Aaron.
Goodbye.
Ciao.
And we'll be back in your ears soon.